all you crafty people. This is Lisa, Paper Lace and Bling, and we are going to work on the cover today of our wedding album. Yes, so I have what I'm going to put on the front, what I'm going to put on the spine, and what I'm going to put on the back. I have laces and I braided. I've got about 2 yards of braid. It was 3 strands of the same string I've been using throughout. So I took about 4, maybe 5 yards. 4 yards. I think it was 4 yards each piece. And I got 2 yards from it. I think that's about what I got. But I needed it to go all the way around the book. Okay, and I pulled this piece out. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what we see when we see it, kind of thing. First thing I want to do, I think, is go ahead and prep this. And I did find my vintage photo. I think I called it antique photo. So I'm just, well, actually, I only need to do the ends. Only need to do the ends because the sides are not going to be seen. Okay. So we are going to, let's see if I can get this to stand up. Yay. Okay. Now this way. And I'm going to want to center the top and bottom. So probably standing up is going to work the best here. Yeah, so let's go ahead. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac because I think it'll take less time. Well, maybe not. Not with this Fabri-Tac. Where are you? Fabri-Tac. Well, where's my big bottle? Oh, here it is. Okay. Yeah, just trying to get this piece on first. All right, so make sure I've got it facing the right way and I've got it evenly distributed. Okay. All right, I think that's good. Now, still wanting it to stand up. Actually, I think now what I'm going to do is flip it this way. All right. So now I can put the goodie here on this one. Now I'm going to flip it back over and just kind of bend it around. There we go. There we go. Okay, now we're going to do the same. Let me get it so I can get it with my right hand, since I'm right-handed. Okay. Some things you just got to do standing up. I always thought I'd like to have a desk that I could stand up and craft in. I think that would be pretty cool to do. But you know, then you get a little older and your feet hurt and, and you're just like, well, maybe not so much. But I think when I was younger, I would have really enjoyed being able to craft standing up. All right. Well, you don't, I'm already up, so I can go and grab stuff, where if you're sitting down, you don't want to stand back up. That's why I love all these shelves, because most everything that I'm going to be working with, I can get to any way I want, you know? So yeah, it's kind of nice. Okay, so there is my part of my spine. And really the only reason I put the paper down is because there's a section that was just going to be this with lace. And then on to here. So this way it's not this, because I didn't want that. So now, hopefully, all of this is going to match up fine. I'm really not looking for a lot of antiquing on it. I mean, if a little bit gets on there, it's character, right? Oh, excuse me. A little bit of allergies going on. My worst times are spring and fall. Usually during the summer, here, at least in Kentucky, I don't have much of any kind of problem, and our high today was about, what was it? I think we got to 70. Last night it was like 45 at about midnight. Yeah, it was 45 degrees. So, and then the day before it was 92 and 87 to 95 or something like that, humidity throughout the day. So yeah, we went from that to 72-ish, somewhere in there. And then today was 65-ish to 70. Yeah, so winter is coming. Winter is coming. Coming. But that's all right. It's all right. Each passing season is going to hold wonderful things for us. Some people like it when it's cooler out. That would be me. Some people like when it's warmer out. And so, you know, it's something for everybody if you get 4 seasons. If you only like the hot, go to California or Florida. Well, actually, if you only like the hot, there's a lot of places to go. They're starting to really warm up all over the place. Okay. So, let's get this down. I want to see... Yeah, I think that's going to be good. I think that's going to be, let's see, let me make sure that I'm working about the same, but everything is lined up. Okay, I want that lined up more than the... I always say the top left. When people look at things, they start at the top left. That's always the place you want things to line up, be perfect, you know, or close to perfect as possible. So any place else, it's going to be fine if it's a little askew, but make sure that, you know, the top part, but mainly the top left. That's the first place the eyes go, just out of habit from reading. Okay, let me just give this a little, I want to make sure Okay. Okay. Alrighty. So now this is a blank canvas for me to do whatever. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to add, working back, it came off. Okay, working back on the, let me get the, oops, take those out. Okay. All right, so I'm going to have the lace go right about like that. So I'm going to first give myself a good cut. Right here. Okay. Let's see how I did. Not great. Not great at all. I am so bad at getting straight cuts. Look, that is not great. Ugh. Okay, that's a lot better. So we're going to, let's see, front is this one. And this is the one I'm, this is the one I've cut so far. Okay. And I'm going to have these go all the way, almost all the way. I'm not going to interfere with my pearls. So they're going to go almost all the way for this one. There's another lace that I'm going to be doing that will go from one end to, from one stem to the other. So let's see, I want to cut this, I've got this cut here, and I want to cut this one right here. Okay. So let's see. See, this doesn't line up, so it's not one you can really fold over and get straight. Move this out of the way and line these up so that they're straight on that. And oh, I don't know. Let's see, I'm going to try and just cut that amount off and see where I'm at here. Is this is kind of funky lace. Kind of funky lace. Funky, funky, funky. Okay. Going to sit inside. Well, I cut it a little short, but that's all right. It covers the paper up. All right, so all I'm going to do right now is lay this. I'm going to put okay. And I'm going to stand up so I can see what I'm doing. Flip this back on itself. Okay. So Gonna lay that down right there. And I'm gonna okay, this is there we go. There. Okay. So there we go. There's that. I suppose I could go ahead and just stick my back page on. So I need this to be the same height as my pencil, thank you, as my cover here. Oops. Good. And then we're going to put this a little closer down to the edge there. Okay, just like that. But let's go ahead and give this a little color on the ends. Getting it all over everything. Okay. Alright, so let's... And I think I told you guys when I first got this, this is some Prima paper. Some old Prima paper. Alright, yeah, I've been trying to get through some of that stuff. So then I can buy new stuff and not feel guilty because I've got all this stuff that I bought but never used. So I'm trying to get it used up before I buy new. Although every once in a while I have to, you know, it's just like, wow, that is so awesome. And you guys like seeing me use stuff that you can buy, you know, more so than seeing me do stuff with stuff that you can't copy if you want to. So, there you go. All right, so there is the back. A little excess coming off there, but that's all right. It would get covered up. Okay, so now the next thing that I am going to put on the spine, well, no, not this, is this. But actually what I'm going to do is not... I'm going to give myself whoop, whoop, a piece of this that is going to go from one end to the other. I mean all the way to the edge of the book. And I can cut right between these two flowers and we'll be fine and dandy. Just want to take your time doing this so that you don't damage your flowers. There we go. Okay, let me just double check. Yeah, with a little pull, I can get that to be from one end to the other. So I'm very happy with that. So now, I want to get... This is the same thing I put on the edges. I thought I'd bring that back a little bit. So first thing I'm going to do is, well, you know what? If I cut it off, I will have that to use, and I love this stuff. So I think I'm going to cut right at the edge of the flowers here. And I love being able to use this instead of gluing it behind. Now, if you want to just glue it behind, it will make it a little neater. But remember, this is rustic country. So if it was, you know, I'd be neater if I had to. But I think for rustic country, having a little bit of this coming over the edge of the lace is going to be fine. Takes you just a moment extra because you don't want to cut your flowers off. That would be bad. Okay, see, now I have that. And I can do wonderful things with that. Love it. Okay, so we're going to flip this over. We're going to cut ourselves 2 pieces of this, and I'm going to cut it a titch longer because remember I have to stretch this. So then let's get ourselves another piece, the exact same size. All right. Oops. I don't know exactly what that had. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so now I'm going to take and put a little bit of Fabri-Tac on the edge of those flowers. And I'm going to flip this so I have this here. So I keep an eye on, because I do need to stretch it a little bit. Whoops. Okay. So I'm going to have this right give it a nice stretch. Stretch to stretch to stretch. Okay. Let me make sure I have stretched it enough. Yes. Perfect. So now I just need to make this side the same. Okay, so my husband got home yesterday from Florida. He came home a day early because he missed us. Little sweet thing. And so, but today's a car show. It's just kind of a drive thing where they're going to drive a little ways, park for a little while, and chit chat, and then everybody goes home. So it's not anything horrible. See how adorable that is? I just love that. Love it. Okay. So now let's put some more right along here. Oh, let's cut the excess off. There we go. And this one. And we'll come down the center row of the flowers. And all the way across the edges. Now I'm not on to the side lace at all. I'm not touching it at all. So let's, whew, boy, that is strong stuff. Okay, so let's get this standing up. Okay. All right. Okay, I think I can go ahead and put it down now. Whew. You know, there's so many things, so many ways of building a beautiful spine. It's, you know, sometimes it's just all about layering. Okay. But, you know, what says wedding better than these little roses that you can get? I believe I got these at Hobby Lobby. Okay. And this is basically, I think, just going to stay. I'm not going to fold it over and glue it down, I don't think. I think it's just going to stay, because that would look really nice. This will get glued down. But that would look really nice as, you know, to see that on your shelf. But this does need a little bit of glue right here because it's not wanting to stay up where I want it. And again, it's the upper left-hand side. Got to make sure that side's the best. I got my hair done. I got a perm in it, but I don't know what to do with it. I washed it today because I got it, you know, what, 3 days ago, and you have to wait at least 2 days to wash it because the stuff she put in it was so, yeah. I couldn't run my fingers through it. I couldn't do anything. So I've got it pulled back a little bit on one side. But I don't know. I might have to go and let her do a little bit of styling to it. Yes. I know, you guys are in such a little picture of me that you really can't tell. You really can't tell. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so now, yeah. Okay, so now we're going to work with the braid. And of course I've got the knot, but I don't really want, I guess I could leave the tail. Kind of leave that out. That might be cute. I don't know. And then she could cut it off if she wanted to. And then around the corner. And it's going to go right along the edge of the paper. Just a, you know, just a something, a little something, something, and it's just going to help the edge, fill in a little bit. I was going to carry it all the way around the book and leave these, but I decided that I really liked this going all the way to the edge. Now, I probably could still push it back a little bit, but I don't think so. I think I like this coming all the way to the edge. It does make it a little more difficult for me to do this string, but I don't know. I just don't know what I want to do with this now. And boy, let me tell you, and once it got kind of long, it was hard to make it still want to be, you know, like a straight braid. But I worked it pretty well, I think. There's a few spots. I just thought I'll get a hammer and bang on it and flatten that sucker out. Right? Okay. So I think I'm going to make myself a little knot. So I'm just going to take a couple of these ends and just tie a knot. No, I think the other one was fine. I think that did it. Okay. So, let's cut these. And I'm going to put some Fabri-Tac on the end so we can make sure it's going to stay closed. Just a little bit of Fabri-Tac around the knot. And then let's go ahead and start putting this down. Okay, so I've got that there. I don't want that lace down there yet. And how do I want to, okay, here we go. Just like that. And the lace will fit down. Good. Okay. There we go. Get that string, pull that down. So I still haven't tightened my strings up. That's the inside. Gonna be the inside. Let's take this up. Yeah, baby. See, now if you were doing one that was a little more romantic and stuff, you could totally still do this type of thing, but like with white string and braid it, you know, or sometimes even the burlap looks good in a shabby chic, you know, I mean, this kind of twine looks great in shabby chic stuff. So, you know, you just gotta play with it. But how simple just to braid some stuff together. You could take 3 different colors if if you had 3 different colors that you really wanted to braid them together, or 2 of one and 1 of another, or even one like neutral, like a twine and then a color, or jeans, or there's so many possibilities. Yeah, baby. Okay, and then I'm going to have to cut and make a knot, which if I would have not taken the roses all the way up, I wouldn't have had to do. But I did it, so. Alright, so now I'm going to cut right about here, and I'm going to unbraid. Come on. I did such a good job. Okay, so still unbraiding. This did take me a good bit of time to braid, so, it's definitely something you would want to go and do in front of the TV. Make your husband hold the end. Okay, I think I can bring this around and through. So I'll knot that. There. And then I'm going to keep that and take one of the other strings and bring it down and make the knot. Okay, so let's get this back. And I'm going to leave I'm going to go ahead and cut the strings off like we did on the other one. And of course you can keep those. I just threw them away, but you can keep those little ones for like little doodads or whatnots or stuff, whatever. Oh, that's way too much coming out of there. Okay, that looks good. Let me put a little bit just where most of the heavy okay, and then we're going to pull this down, and if we need to stick it up underneath there, then do that. There. Guess that does finish it off a little nicer. Okay, and then pull that down. See, now you can see where the white paper is that I put on the spine. I like that a whole lot better look than having the, just the brown craft showing through there. I think this is much nicer. Pull that down. Get as much over as we can. And I think I still need to lay this down a little bit more, though. I'm going to put it right on the edge of the spine, and then push that down. There. That makes it look a little more finished. Okay. All right, let's flip this over then. And we're going to do the same thing back here. So let's go ahead, since we decided to do this, and I'm just going to lay this little lace right down. Okay, doesn't take much in the way of glue. Rally. Okay, so there's that. And I can do the same thing here where I glue that down just a little bit better. How far along are we? 41 minutes. Not bad. Okay. Then I've got big old knot here, which I suppose we can leave in the on the bottom. Go ahead and put a little bit of goodie on there to keep it from coming undone. And let's go ahead and start with this knot right at the edge of the paper. All right, and I just didn't undo the other one. We'll get to it when we get to it. Okay. Right. I stop getting glue on my fingers. Okay. Around the corner. Alrighty. Around the corner. Good, 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 good. Bring this over here. All right, let's see. This is going to be right about here. Oops. So I'm going to cut right about here, and I'm going to get some of it undone here. Okay. Alrighty then, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. I don't know why I don't cut it shorter, but I hate trying to make little short pieces, you know, like trying to do this with a little teeny short piece would drive me nuts. So I just assume have something that's long enough for me to deal with. Okay. So there is that. I'm going to cut off and glue. Just a little bit of glue on there so it doesn't come undone. There. And I have a piece here that is braided that I can use, and I can put those on a tag or loop them around in a little flower bit or whatever. So there we go, guys. There's the front and the back. I'm very pleased with that. Now I still have a few things to take care of. I didn't let that one dry long enough. So, okay, well, we reached maximum recording time on my phone, so I got to get out of here. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will do some finishing up. I'm going to go ahead and do the finishing up, and then I will, sorry, that's noisy, and then we'll do a walkthrough. All right, so I'm going to, I don't know if you really want to see me. I'm going to basically, let's see, I have this, and I have, you know, some of this, I have some of this, I've got the stuff that she gave me. You know, I'm not using all of this, but, you know, and there's probably a few little pieces of that'll go in. A few little pieces of that'll go in. Here's the red that she had. So, yeah, probably, I'm trying to find, she gave me this little piece here, this little piece here, and this little piece here, which to me doesn't really go with anything else, but that's okay. We will make it work. So I'm just going to lay it with, and I'm going to wrap the stems with a single thread of this, like a throw bouquet. And I'm going to lay it down here, and we'll have like some lace, and I did pull some bling out. But if I use it, then I'll go back through the book and use some. But I don't know. This might be too not rustic, you know. Kind of putting it back into too fancy. The seed beads, I mean, the little, whatever beads these are, pearls. Thank you. That worked for me, but I don't want any more than that. I think that's just fine. Okay, guys, I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.